Welcome back, everybody. Today's video was supposed to be a 5,000 mile review on my WRX hatch. That's not what ended up happening today, as you can probably tell from the thumbnail and the title of the video. But let's get into it and you can see the bullshit that I went through today. Oh yeah, and I forgot. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe below. I'm trying to keep myself busy here and it's not really working, so please help me out. So I've had this car for about 7-8 months now. I actually got this after I traded in my 2016 Golf R. It was getting a little bit expensive for me to pay for that every day, well, every month. So this was it was better financially for me to end up going with the WRX. You can probably hear that little clicking on the bottom. It's the oil pan cover that a bolt came loose when I did the oil change on it, so that is extremely annoying, but haven't had any chance to change that as of yet. But so after having this car for about 7-8 months, like I said, I've only driven it about 5,000 miles. So I wanted to just give a quick update as to what I think about the car after driving it for 5,000 miles. So off the bat, this car is a shit ton slower than my Golf R. With that being said, my Golf R was a full bolt-on United Motorsports tune, so it was a little over 400 horsepower. And it was an extremely fun car. So I wish I started YouTube prior to having this car when I had the Golf R, because it was a really fun car. But all in all, this car, it's a very comfortable car to drive. You could probably hear it in the background, maybe not, but it does have a catback on it. Other than the catback, it is completely stock at the moment. I do have plans of, I don't know, want to say building this car, but to get a little bit more fun out of it, maybe do a downpipe, intake, access port, just, you know, the Subaru guy things to do. I'll probably get a vape next too. But I'd like to get all those just to get some more power out of the car. Because it is my daily driver and I would like to put a lot of my money into the 240 build. So that's where my main focus is, but as this being a daily driver, I would like to enjoy it a little bit more. So with that being said, I'm gonna take this out down to the car wash. Gonna give it a quick wash up, a walk around video of the car, and then I'll take it for some pulls, just so you can see how dog shit slow this car is. Alright, so I'll be back in a little bit. So my really good day just took a really bad turn for the worse, and as I'm driving home, the car starts shaking from the rear end pretty bad. I get home and the wheel is held down by one lug nut. Meanwhile, I've never changed the wheels on this car at all, so this sucks because it's something that I could have never seen coming. So whoever did any type of service to it last must not have torqued anything down, and for it to have lasted the 5,000 miles that it's been in my possession is pretty amazing. But take a look at this. So this lug nut here, well, stud bolt, was the only one that didn't fucking shear off. So that's completely down. This one you got sheared off right there as well. This one you got a chunk that sheared off, and then this one is actually another good one, but this was the only one that had an actual lug nut on it. It's fucking crazy. So these are the 3 sheared bolts. Crazy. And now I gotta find a place that I can get either 3 or a full set of lug nuts. Wish me luck. So, luckily enough, well, possibly luckily enough, I've got extra set of 240 hubs that may possibly be the same spline and everything, which would be wonderful because then I don't have to really find parts. Now I was going to get extended lugs for these anyway, so hopefully we'll see. So the 240 lug bolts are the same thread and the same length for the rear, so hopefully I can hammer some of these out and pass them on to those. So the 240SX hubs, lug bolts were a fail. So now I have to find a ride to AutoZone, which does have the right parts for these, and it should be a quick fix. So as you know, if you've gotten this far in my video, my wheel basically just fell off while I was driving, so that's wonderful. But in the defense of my Subaru, is there's no way that I would have known that that was going to happen. The only way I could have really avoided that is if I ever had taken the wheels off myself. I could have taken blame for not torquing the nuts back down. But that is not the case. I wish it was. But I got home safe. The car is safe. There's nothing wrong with the car other than the 4 fucked up hub bolts. They're very inexpensive to fix. I did have them ordered and they'll be ready for me within the next half hour or so. I just don't have a ride to go get them. So for those of you that are watching this video to think of, hey, I should buy a WRX, I hope this doesn't persuade you into a different area because of my situation. It is a shitty situation that could have been avoided, but there was no way of me avoiding it unless I had ever taken the wheels off and I could take responsibility for not have torquing the bolts back down. But could have been a whole lot worse than what it is. I have the parts ordered. As soon as I can get a ride to the parts store, I'm going to pick them up. It should be a 10-15 minute fix. It's not going to be something that's very hard to do. But on the positive note, I really do enjoy driving this car. I can't say that I enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed driving my Golf R, but the handling on it, I could say that this car over the Golf R is more of a driver's car. With it being manual as well, it's a lot more fun to drive. The only things that I would say so far is from my friends that have Subarus, me owning a Subaru now, that you're going to want to pay attention to your maintenance. They recommend doing your oil changes 3,000 miles, every 3,000 miles. So far I've been doing that. I'm going to do another oil change in the next few days or so. I'm at like 2,000, 2,500 since my last one. So I do want to do that. But yeah, I would say for a daily driving car, me owning 3 different sports cars, Volkswagen Golf R, Volkswagen GLI, this one so far is probably my favorite. Only because, one, it's manual, and I've always wanted to daily drive a manual car. And 2, you can't beat the sound that the EJ makes. I do plan on going full downpipes and everything like that, intake, so I can get the true Subaru sounds. But all in all, it's decent on gas. It's a very well handling car. It's great in the snow. So maybe I can give a better review later on down the road and hopefully not run into a stupid situation like this. But in the meantime, I do plan on keeping the car for a while. I do plan on doing more work to the car, making it more of a performance-driven car. So hopefully, if I have any Subaru fans out there, you can follow me on my Subaru as well as my 240. But with that being said, I do have some work to do on this fucking Subaru. So catch you next time. Bye bye, guys.